Welcome to this guided live meditation. As per the usual, we are still focusing, meditating on the root chakra. This whole year, we will be going up the chakras every single month. So we will be together for at least, if you join me, 7 months. And then after month 7, we'll see what we'll do then. Perhaps we'll do different types of meditations. Likely, we'll circle right back on a high level. But how are you this morning? How are you feeling? How was your Thursday? You've gone past hump day. It is Thursday, right? Sometimes the day is just... The days are just weird sometimes. Okay, we've gone past hump day. So how do you feel? We're on the weekend half of the week. Am I the only one who's feeling like days are moving faster, or at least this week, days have just been really speeding by? Am I the only one who feels that, or do you guys feel that as well? Because how is it already Thursday? You feel me? Find a comfortable place to sit. Find a comfortable place to sit where you won't be disturbed. And you can safely go inside yourself and experience your inner world. Do that right now and see how it feels to catch your breath, pay attention to it, and find the rhythm of your breath. Find a pace for how you breathe. How are you guys doing? For those who just joined, good morning. Find a rhythm for your breath if you have found a comfortable place to sit. A place where you will not be disturbed. A place where it is easy for you to get into a meditative state and to experience a deeper level of being. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am TT. So let me know how you guys feel. How do I feel today? This morning feels a little weird. I woke up really early, like 2:30 for some reason. And then I slept again. Woke up at 5. But then I was tired. So I feel kind of disjuncted, disoriented almost. But that's what this meditation is for. That's one of the reasons for meditation, to bring yourself to a center. Good morning, Senzo Uhle. Good morning, everybody who's just joined. How are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling? I hope you guys are good this Thursday. It's almost Friday, almost the last push if you are in the rat race. You're almost at that point where you can take a break for a couple of days. Your nerves, what's going on with your nerves? I am TT. Hello, mischievous. Mischievous you? Is that how you say that? Hello. Your name is interesting. But yes, almost that time where if you're part of the rat race, then Cassie says she feels exhausted. Yikes. And IMTT says her nerves are painful. Okay, Cassie, what time did you sleep and what time did you wake up? That probably has a lot to do with the exhaustion that you what did you think about as soon as you got up out of bed? When you say nerves, do you mean just like your general disposition or your actual nerves on your body? Like, do you feel pain in your body? Or are you just like not in a good space? Which one is it? Or which one is the source, if it's both? But I was saying, if you're in this rat race, then it's Friday, you're almost out. Please do share this live with people who you think would benefit or would have a benefit from live meditations. We will start meditating very soon. Senzagusha says they're tired and exhausted, really exhausted. What time do you sleep as well, Senzagusha? I find that most times when I'm exhausted in the morning is because I slept late in the evening. Titi says at the back of her neck she feels pain. Okay, what I like to do is just rub it like this and then just move my neck like that as much as possible while rubbing it, just to release some tension. But we're going to work on releasing a little bit of tension today, just now when we start our meditation. Cassie says she struggles to fall asleep, so she sleeps around 12 midnight and wake up at 5 because of work. Well, that's likely why you're exhausted, Cassie. For sleeping, is it your body that's still awake before you sleep, or is it your mind that's still awake? Which one is making you struggle? If it's your body, then you might want to work out just before you sleep. Do a little bit of exercise so that your body can release all that energy. If it's your mind, then you might want to read a book, turn off the lights, get a very dim light for your book, and then read a storybook, self-improvement book, whichever it is. Or you might want to meditate. Cassie says she's an overthinker, so she thinks a lot. Yeah, there we go. So get some tea at night, turn off all the lights in your room, and only have one small light. Make sure your phone is completely off. And then drink some tea and either meditate. I post these meditations live on YouTube every day. So if you want to do that, if you want to do this meditation at night, then you can do that. Or read a book. But do things that get your mind to slow down. So breathing exercises will also work to slow down your mind. Hence I'm saying meditation. Meditation really helps in slowing down the thoughts and allowing you to ease into sleep. But also, good morning Aurora, good morning. Good morning Makanani, top of the morning. But also Cassie, what do you overthink about? What's the source of your overthinking? What is it that you overthink about? What are you afraid of? What do you think is going to happen that's bad, Because a lot of the time what happens is when we overthink, I'm also an overthinker. So when we overthink, there's something that we don't feel is right. So we continuously think about it to try and figure out a solution. Or we're thinking about the past to try and figure out what we could have done better. It's rarely that we're in the present when we're overthinking. It's always that we're thinking about what we're going to do next, or what can we do, or what might happen, what bad thing might happen, and what we need to do about it, or how we should be afraid about it, whatever the case is. Or what we did back then, how we should feel about it now, what it made us feel then, it's never in the present. It's always either future anxiety, past regret. Cassie says she had 2 miscarriages, so I have so many questions about myself. Why is this happening to me? Well, I'm sorry about that, Cassie. I'm sorry that you had those terrible experiences. What does the doctor say? What do they say about your womb? And is everything correct in your body? What is your lifestyle like as well? What kind of food do you eat? Do you believe in African spirituality, as in Izangoma? Does your family have one? Do you have one yourself? Do you maybe have a calling that is bothering you at some point? ask yourself, why is this happening to you? When you ask yourself, what answer does your mind come up with? So, in terms of overthinking, you might want to give yourself a chance to actually answer these questions that you ask yourself, if you don't already. So, get your journal, sit down with yourself at some point, and write the question down, the question that you just asked me. So, I had 2 miscarriages. Why is this happening to me? And then give yourself an opportunity to answer yourself, or prompt yourself and say, this is happening to me because, and then allow yourself to just write whatever comes next. And then from that answer, because it might not be a positive answer based on where you are mentally, from that answer that you get, I want you to challenge it. Ask yourself why. So whatever reason that you might come up with that's happening to you, ask yourself, why is that happening to me? Or why do I think that? Or why is that? And then go over and over again and ask yourself why about 5 or 7 times from the answers that you get. What that'll do is release some of the thoughts that you have. So if you're stuck on one question, if that's the question that you always ask yourself, why is this happening to me? At least you'll have an answer. And then that will be one thought gone. Then you have the next thought, then you have the next question. Like that, further and further, until you can't answer yourself anymore. And hopefully at that point, you have a clear plan of action to take, which is go back to the doctor, ask them whatever it is I need to ask them. Ask my parents about my lineage. Maybe there's something in my bloodline at Tile. Ask my African spiritual doctor what could be the issue. Also, what maybe there's something in me, in my diet, and in the way I live in general that causes a level of sickness in me that needs to be looked at. Usually when we have chronic issues like that, there's a big shift that has to happen in our lives, a really, really big shift that has to happen where we are no longer who we are. Those shifts take time, and those shifts take work. Cancer in the military, so the work environment is toxic and tiring. Did you have those miscarriages while you were in the military? Do you like being in the military? Why are you in the military? Such and such, Ask your question. Also, ask yourselves questions like this. Sorry, my tongue is clearly not ready for the day. Ask yourself questions like this, like probe yourself, and really get to the crux of things that you do and the life that you live. Because once you get to the crux of it, the root of it, the source, then you'll know the ways in which you might need to shift and pivot. And it might be big things, like quitting your career. I'm not saying that you need to quit, but based on whatever you find when you probe yourself, you might find that. Or it might be really small shifts, depending on whatever issue that you're facing in your life. Maslati says, how do you source out good, wise African spiritual doctors? I have no clue. I have no clue, Maslati. What I know about spiritual doctors is that if you have a calling, then your ancestors will show you who you need to go to. It will likely be in your dreams, or someone that you trust will come to you and say 1, 2, 3. But pray to your ancestors, or pray to God about finding a good and wise spiritual doctor, and then you might see that steps are unfolding towards that. Cassie says, I do like being in the military, but the people I work with make it hard. Cassie says, thank you so much, I feel much better. Okay, great. That's one step in the right direction, that you feel better now. And notice how, to feel better, all you had to do, or all you had to hear me do, was ask you questions. Ask you deeper questions about your life. So continue that process, Cassie, in your own spare time. Act like you are your own helper. Act like you're your own counselor. And continue to ask yourself why and how and when and what. And whenever you get an answer, just probe some more. Get deeper into it. And you finally get to the source of who you are eventually. And you might need some help along the way. But eventually you'll get there, even if you're doing it by yourself. And then you will know what to do. The answers that we always seek as human beings are continuously and constantly I don't know your life like that. Only you know your life like that. Which is why what I do is I give you tools, exercises, and questions that get you to go deeper into you. Because the answers are in you. Why? Because the problems are in you. So where the problem starts is where the answer likely will be. A problem and an answer is two sides of the same coin, right? So if you are the coin and you have a problem, all you need to do is shift your perspective and you'll find the answer. But it's hard to shift perspective, which is why then you get someone like me who's outside of you that's going to say, okay, what about if you ask yourself this question? Or what about if you do this to release that? Or what about if you quiet your mind? What do you think will happen then? And you'll be like, no, I don't know. And I'm like, okay, let's try it. And then you try it and you're like, wow, I felt so 1, 2, 3. Or I realized 1, 2, 3. Notice that I didn't give you any of those answers. I didn't tell you how to feel. I simply said, what if you tried this and you could feel like that? And then you tried it and then you felt like that, or you felt different. The point of that is the answer was in you the whole time, and they will continuously be in you. The answers for your life will continuously be in you, and you need to take it step by step to uncover deeper and deeper what your authentic self, your authentic truth is. Good morning, Leila. Good morning, good morning. We'll start in a few minutes. Cassie says, yeah, that's true. I will certainly do so. Just wanted to hear it from someone. I appreciate that. Okay. That's beautiful. I get it. I get the need to hear it from somebody else coming from the outside. A lot of the time we need soundboards. We need that external prompt, that external trigger. That's exactly what I'm here for. I'm here to trigger you guys. In fact, Yazin, I need to be more controversial. I think I'm very soft in my approach to mental health issues and all that stuff. I am soft because they're very delicate, yes, and people get very sensitive when you deal with mental health issues. So if you say something very out of pocket but true, people will be like, you can't say that about their mental health. Kind of like, it reminds me of Andrew Tate. If you guys have listened to Andrew Tate, what he likes to say is depression doesn't exist. It's not real. Now, the way he says it, it's very dismissive about depression. But there's a little bit of truth in what he's saying, because if you followed me for a while, you'll know that I say we make things up with our minds. Everything is we made it up. And that includes depression then. That includes anxiety then. It's a construct. A lot of things are constructs. Or rather, a lot of things are perceptions of our own heads. It includes depression, includes anxiety. All it is then a perspective shift. So when Andrew Tate says, there is no such thing as depression, he's saying it in a way that's going to get you to be like, what the hell do you mean? You can't say that. So he gets your emotions up so that he gets more viewers. You know how people love drama. But essentially, from what I hear when he explains what he's saying, the crux of the matter that he's speaking about is, if you think you're depressed and you give yourself the label of I am depressed, then that's what you're going to be. Why I tell my clients, whenever you find something new about yourself, watch what you're saying. Watch what you say about yourself. Always leave space and room for improvement. So you should never say, I am depressed. Rather say, sometimes I experience depression. Or sometimes I get very sad. Sometimes I get very low. What that does is it opens up a space for you to change. So if you say, sometimes I experience depression, then that means sometimes you don't. Logically, that's what the sentence means. So it automatically opens up your mind to new possibilities. But if you say, I am depressed, that's case closed. That's what you are, you're depressed, right? So my point is, maybe I need to be more controversial and say things like, there's no such thing as depression. If you are depressed, then you are weak, because that's what Andrew Tate says, and he gets the viewers. But I know that things are very delicate. People are very delicate, especially things of the mind. And you don't want to sink people too deeply, too quickly into something. And I think if you're depressed, I don't think you're weak. So that's not true for me. I just think if you feel depressed, it simply means that there's a change that needs to happen in your life that you just haven't allowed yet. It's your body saying, okay, yazini dog, I'm tired. I'm tired of what's happening in our life right now. It's draining me. I don't have any more energy. I'm going to switch off because I'm tired. That's what depression, in its essence, is like. Your body, your spirit is just tired. It's just, which means then there's something that you need to do that changes the reality that you're living to make it such and so that it doesn't drain you, but it gives you life. That's all depression is. It's there's more going out than coming in, more life going out than coming in, and that or rather. So it's either there's more life going out of you than is coming back into you, or the life that is coming into you is killing you, or it's whatever you're receiving is minimizing you, it's crushing you. And in both scenarios, what you need to do is to change the reality that you perceive. And my roommates used to say, I like to minimize things a lot. And I'm like, of course I do, that's my job. I need to help people realize that these things that we're facing in life, yes, when we're facing them, they're very intense, when we're very deep into it. Very intense. Depression is not a nice feeling. Anxiety is not a nice feeling. It feels like there's nothing you can do about it. It feels like the only thing sometimes that you can do about it is end your life. But if we really break it down to what it actually is, it's a very, very simple thing. Simple does not mean easy. It just means 1 + 1 = 2. Now, if you're in primary school or if you're a toddler, something as simple as 1 + 1 = 2 is not going to be easy until you get to grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, adulthood. Then 1 + 1 = 2 in your sleep. When you were a toddler, you didn't even understand what's a 1. What is this that is a 1, guys? What do you mean? Because you're a toddler, you don't get it. But the equation is simple still. My point being that, isn't it that I like depression? It's a very simple thing. You are experiencing a depressed or a depressive experience. So you need to change your experience. And to change your experience, you need to do 1, 2, 3. Very simple equation. But a lot of times our minds are toddlers. Our ability to change ourselves are toddlers. We're never taught these things from a young age because our parents didn't know it either. And school is definitely not here to try and make you a fully authentic, fulfilled human being. It's trying to make you a worker. So they won't teach you the stuff that changes your life unless it's to change your life in the direction of becoming a worker bee. So we're very much toddlers in the understanding of how to change our perspective and how to change our lives, our experience of life, our reality. So we have to relearn it and then unlearn some of the things that we already know or that we think we know, and then become grade 1, so that 1 + 1 is not as difficult as when we were in grade R, because now we get it. We understand the concept of what a 1 is, or we understand the concept of what a reality is, and we understand the concept of what a plus is when you're adding something. So Marshall says it's switching off a coping mechanism because when I'm overwhelmed I switch off. It definitely is a coping mechanism, because when you switch off you won't be overwhelmed anymore. If whatever you do that relieves stress or tension or pain from your body is a coping mechanism. Now you get positive coping mechanisms or negative coping mechanisms, or you get conscious coping mechanisms or unconscious coping mechanisms, practice coping mechanisms and new coping mechanisms. So switching off is one that you probably just did for a long time in your life. When you were a kid, your parents did something happened, and then your immediate response was to switch off, pull away. So now you continue to do that even in your adulthood. But you can always change your coping mechanism and allow yourself to be on even when you're feeling overwhelmed, but release that pressure, that tension. And you can do that via breathing. There are certain types of breathing that will release the tension that you feel when you're overwhelmed, or you don't have to switch off necessarily, but you can pull away. There's a difference between switching off and pulling away. Understand? So I was saying, the equations are simple. The equations to live life is simple, and it's a very, I think, powerful stance to take when you say life is actually really, really simple, even though it's not easy, because it makes you know that, okay, lendo is simple ape life feeling. Lendo life is simple way too. So I can get it. I can understand it. I mean, it's not easy to understand it yet, simply because I haven't learned enough yet. I'm not on a level that makes it easy. But if I was to pass grade 9 and be in grade 12, I can easily do a sum that I had in grade 9, even though in grade 8, that sum was so foreign to me, it was difficult as F. But once I level up in grades, eventually this sum that was so hard for me, or this concept in maths, like Euclidean geometry, okay, for me that was hard until. But I did get better at it. So I'll tell you a quick story, just an analogy about my maths and this thing that I'm talking about, and then we'll start in a couple of minutes. Sorry. So in maths, I got, don't judge me, no? I was doing pure maths in grade 10 actually. And I had been cruising in my whole life. Like my whole school career was actually much of a cruise, because I'm more an aware person, I'm a smart person relatively, like most of us are. So it's easy to cruise in school. You can just get the bare minimum, 60s, 70s, easy. Then pure maths came in grade 10, guys. And I'm writing this test, and I'm writing every other test as well. And I'm like, this makes sense. This is trigonometry and shit. I got these answers. Easy enough. And so sometimes I'm like, hey, that was kind of difficult. That's new. Jiggy term ends. I look at my reports. Did I not get a whole 28% for maths? Do you understand when you see 28? Not even 30, which is the pass mark for, like, this the lowest mark that you can get in South Africa for you to be like, you passed. Not even 30, 28%. Do you understand the type of shock that I felt? As someone who's been cruising through life, getting 60s and 70s just without much effort, that 28% shook me to the core. I didn't understand what was going on. My point is, when it came to, I had to go through to tutors. My dad was like, and then what's going on? And I was like, Dad, I genuinely don't know. I thought I was passing. But as soon as I got to varsity, after taking these tutors, going through these tutors and practicing maths, eventually I got to your 60s and 70s. I passed. But it was difficult. It was not easy. Although maths in itself is not simple, life, I think, a lot of the time, once you break it down, it's a simple thing. But sometimes, because you're cruising in life for a long time, and you're living an okay life relatively, until something hits, you get your 28%, either some trauma, or you get to a point where you want to commit suicide, or you get your heart broken, whatever it is, you get your 28% somewhere. Then you realize, fuck, excuse my language, it's very early to be swearing like that. You realize, flip, what the hell, I need to do something, about my life. And then that's when you start taking yourself to tutors. That's when you start seeking out people like me, people like therapists, and such, and talking to yourself and like doing the inner work, because you realize, hey, 28%, guys, that's low for me. And then you start doing the work, and eventually you get to grade 12 after practicing. And the problems that you faced in grade 9 that you got 28% for, now you're facing even harder problems, but you're getting 60s and 70s. Why? Because you practiced. You practice the simple things. You practice the basics. That's life. That's life. Life is simple, but it's not easy until you practice how to do it, and then it becomes easier to do the things that were hard. But there's always new things that become harder or that are challenges for you, because life is a continuous school. Until you die, you're going to be going up levels. So there will always be something new. But if you keep the mentality about, okay, it's simple, let me break it down for myself to its bare bones, to its bare minimum. And then you're like, oh, okay, this is a, I don't even remember the equations of maths, guys. Yeah, I left that stuff. But this is a sin graph or sine graph. Okay, this is a sine graph. The basics of a sine graph is this and this and this. Okay, this is a cos graph. The basics of a cos graph is this and this. And now we're putting them together. Okay, when you put these things together, you have to do it like this and like this and like this. You see me? So it might be something you've never seen before. It might be an equation that you've never seen before. But once you break it down to its basic bones, you're able to then take steps towards figuring it out. And you don't have to panic when you're doing that, because you know you've dealt with a sine graph before, you've dealt with a cos graph before, and you've put them together before. But now it's just coming in a different form. So if you can get down to the form that you understand, then you can do the equation, and you don't have to panic because there's a process to it. Break it down to forms that you can understand, and then do it bit by bit. 1 plus 1, 2 plus 2, 3 plus 3. That's life. So don't allow life to overwhelm you. When you feel overwhelmed, take a step back, pull away. Don't switch off. Pull away. Take a breather. Breathe, go outside, touch the grass, and then you can think about whatever issue you're facing or pray about it. I mean, okay, what is going on for real? Let's be objective about this. Let's take a step out and see it. Pause and breathe. Okay, and then pull yourself out of yourself. You say, okay, Songo is going through 1, 2, 3. This is what the problem is. This is where he wants to be. Okay, what are the steps to get him from this place where he's feeling pain and feeling issues and not happy, to get him to this place where I think reasonably he would feel happy, feel less pain? Okay, step 1 is to do this. Okay, step 2 is to do this. Step 2 is to, okay, I see it. Oh, I don't know what step 4 is, but I'm sure if I do step 1, step 2, and step 3, step 4, 5, and 6 will show themselves. Okay, cool. Step 1. How do I do step 1? Alright, step 1 is this. How you do step 1 is you have to go and do this. And you have to do this for this period of time for it to make sense. You feel what I'm saying? Like, break things down to bite sizes. How do you eat an elephant? Piece by piece. Right? Okay. I could go on the whole flipping day. Excuse my language. I feel very, very talkative today. And very vulgar. Today's a weird day. The vibes are weird. But again, let us be comfortable. Let us take a deep breath in. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Hold it. Hold it. And breathe out. By the way, I hope everything I've been saying has been making sense. If it has been making sense, please just let me know in the comments. If it has not been making sense, please just let me know in the comments. I'll wait for some comments and then we'll go further with our meditation. I just want to see if my rants are actually things that hit home for you guys. Do the things that I was saying make sense? Please tell me. It's making sense. Malata says, okay. It's good. I am TT says it's making sense. Thank you, TT. Okay, I'll take like 1 or 2 more comments that tell me, yes, I'm on. This is my need for validation coming out, guys. Sometimes I need you guys to let me know that I'm not speaking into an unreceptive vacuum. You know, it happens sometimes. Even to the coach, he needs validation. I can give it to myself, yes, but I like it from you guys also. Aurora says it's making sense. I game. If Aurora is on board, then we are good to go. Cass says I could listen to you the whole day. I'm gonna have a great day today. It really does make sense. Then I am happy. I am good. Let us get deeper into this meditation. Alright, we're gonna breathe in a couple of seconds. I'll call it out, and then we're gonna close our eyes and go into our sacred space. In 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Hold it and close your eyes. Hold it. Hold it. your sacred space. You are now in your quiet place. This is a space where only you and God have access to. Only you, God, and whoever you decide to give permission to. This is your world, and you can turn it into whatever you so wish. You have the power, you have the authority, you are safe here, you are home. We're going to breathe in 3, 2, 1, breathe in, hold it, and breathe out. Alright, I'm going to do a quick breathing exercise. Just listen to my voice and follow along. What's going to happen is you're going to breathe in. You're going to breathe out very, 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 very slowly. When you breathe in, I want you to breathe into your stomach. Deep into your stomach by your belly button. When you breathe out, I want you to breathe all the oxygen out as possible. Now, you're going to breathe at my pace. So I will breathe with you, and you will breathe at the exact pace that I breathe in. If I have not stopped breathing, you also have not stopped breathing unless there's no more air that you can take in or no more air that you can take out. And if that's the case, then you hold your breath. And then what we're going to do once we exhale is we're going to count down. And with each count down, I want you to imagine that you're taking steps deeper into your subconscious mind with each number that goes down. We're going to breathe in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And breathe out at my pace. I'm making a sound so that you can hear the pace that I'm breathing at. I'm going to breathe in again in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Hold it. Hold it. If you can breathe in more, do so. Hold it. Hold it. And breathe out very slowly. to receive. Enjoy this meditation.
In this guided root chakra meditation, you will rebalance, cleanse, and heal your root chakra, restoring you to your natural state of feeling secure, safe, and calmly at peace. You do not need to know exactly what needs rebalancing within your root chakra. Your inner wisdom already knows and will ensure that it is done, so you can relax fully, let go, and trust the process. When you are ready, either sit or lie in a comfortable position away from distractions and close your eyes. Begin by taking 3 deep inhalations, filling your lungs completely, and as you exhale, imagine breathing out all the anxiety and tension you've been holding on to. So now breathing in deeply and fully, filling your lungs with air, and exhale, breathing out all anxiety and tension. And again, breathing in deeply and fully, filling your lungs with air, and breathing out all anxiety and tension. And again, breathing in deeply and fully, filling your lungs with air, and breathing out all anxiety and tension. Allow the calming sounds of this beautiful music to wash over you, every note soothing you into a peaceful state of relaxation. You notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest as you breathe in and out. Every breath taking you ever deeper into a feeling of peace. You are now completely free of all anxiety and tension. You are free and utterly relaxed. You are safe and all is well. Now connect with your root chakra at the base of your spine in the tailbone area. Glowing red, this beautiful chakra is the foundation of your sense of security in life. It allows you to feel that all your basic physical needs are met, including that of food, water, shelter, health, and safety. It allows you to feel that all your emotional needs are met, including letting go of fear and feeling safe and secure. Your root chakra really grounds you in feeling stability in your life. Take a moment to observe this energy center within you, the strength and intensity of the red light, and allow your inner wisdom to show you now any imbalance or blockage here that is in need of healing. If any rebalancing of your root chakra is necessary, it begins now. Now you are connecting to the all-powerful source of total security right at the base of your spine. This all-powerful source of security is extending down now, like the root of an ancient, strong tree. Extending down, your solid roots descend ever deeper into the security of the all-loving, all-safe, good earth. These powerful roots are healing and rebalancing any blockages that may have been stored within your root chakra now. As the deeply grounding energy works its healing miracle within you, you see the red light growing in intensity. Glowing brighter and brighter. Brighter and brighter. More and more radiant and secure. Strong and powerful. Calm and secure. Peaceful and reassured. The red light glows vibrantly now in your root chakra, completely healed, rebalanced, and aligned with the energy flow of your whole system. And it is done. Really feel the sense of safety and security within you now. Let it reassure and calm you. Let it bring you total peace. Let it give you whatever you most need at this moment. And when you are ready, see the grounding energy within your root chakra now totally encircling your whole body and being, scooping you up into its complete bubble of safety, protection, and love. remember you are always taken care of. You are always safe. You are always loved. Now and forevermore. Now take a moment to envisage your life filled with this new, profound sense of security and peace. See it now. And it is done. Take a moment now to be grateful for your beautiful open root chakra, now grounding you deeply in your complete sense of security, safety, and well-being. Thank you, thank you, thank you. When you are ready, open your eyes.
Keep your eyes closed for me.
This is Jess from Live the Life You Love, supporting you to create your best life, and I love you.
Alright, eyes still closed. I want you to place your hand on your heart, whichever hand. I'm going to show a little gratitude for the moment. I want you to think of a moment where you can feel very, very grateful for. Preferably this very moment right now. Because right now you're calm, you're at ease, you're safe. That's rare. It's a blessing. But it can be any moment in your future or in your past. And I want you to allow yourself to feel the feelings of gratitude. To feel the feelings that you feel in this moment, or you felt in the moment that you can visualize. And I want you to allow that feeling to move from your hand to your elbow, to your shoulder, back to your hand. Do that right now. We're going to say thank you at least 7 times. side note, if you have not joined the WhatsApp group yet, or you want to DM me personally, click the link in my bio and you'll get the instructions right there. How do you feel in this moment? Do you feel that gratitude? Were you able to visualize the bubble from your root chakra? If you were, do you feel safe inside that bubble? If you are not, how far were you able to visualize? And has that changed over the time that you've been here with us? How can you get yourself to practice your imagination more? Again, I say, if you're new here, never been here before, it's your first time meditating with us, or you have not joined the WhatsApp group, or you'd like to DM me, click the link in my bio. It'll take you where you need to go. Zinfo says, I feel grateful. She feels grateful right now. It's a good feeling, isn't it? Gratitude. Gratitude is such an underrated feeling, and you know, ninenkani mina personally as usongo. And sometimes I realize things, I learn things very quickly from a young age. But then I forget them over time because I don't practice those things I learned in that moment. And then life does life things. And then I remember, I'm like, oh no, what's the answer? What's going on in life? I don't know what to do. And then my gut is like, my angels, my higher self is like, look at this guy. We told you already what to do. Gratitude is the key. So once you feel grateful for a moment, or in a moment, it immediately changes how that moment feels in your body. So if there's a moment where you feel scared, Senzugusha says, you feel secured. It's beautiful. It's good. It's good. It means your root is doing the things. You're feeling that. And again, once you feel gratitude in a moment where you feel scared or insecure, it immediately changes the feeling because you can't feel two feelings in the same moment. Maybe you can oscillate between when you feel sad, you feel happy, you feel sad, you feel happy. It's very rare to feel sad and happy at the same or in the same time period, or two emotions in the same time period. But it happens, yes. But gratitude is so all-encompassing that even if you feel sad, you'll start feeling grateful for that sadness. For whatever reason that you make up in your head, you can say, oh no, I feel so sad right now. I'm so grateful to feel sad because that means I can actually feel. Or that means I'm alive. Or that means this moment is important to me. Or that means I can recognize when I feel sad. Or that means there's happiness that's coming because now sadness is here, happiness is next. Because that's the way things move. One thing, next thing, one thing, next thing, right? Or I feel so scared right now. I feel so anxious and nervous. I'm so grateful for that. Why? Your brain is going to ask you. What do you mean you're grateful for it? This is a painful feeling. How are you grateful for this moment right now? It's not fun. You say, I'm grateful I feel fear and anxiety and stress. Because one, I can practice gratitude and it immediately changes it. And that proves my point. Or feeling these feelings means this moment is an important moment. Maybe you're about to go on stage, maybe you're about to present something. So if I feel anxious and nervous, it means this is one of those moments that could change my life and I'm here right now. Or if you're feeling scared, because of the life that we live and the things that we've been taught over time, we forget and we don't learn how to do things immediately. Because if you think about it, your mind can change in an instant. And I'm sure there's been moments where your mind changes in an instant. Where you think one thing and then immediately you just decide the next. Boom. And then your life changes. Technically, that's what it is. Your life is changing. Or you make one decision and then things change completely. We always have access to that because I like to say we're magic beings. Hence my company is called Make Your Magic. It's really to help you find your magic again. We're magical beings, but it's not even actually magic because that's just how we are. It's only magic because we live a life that is so divorced from who we actually are that we actually are capable of seems so crazy because we're living such a lesser life. But my point is, it's so easy for you to change your state, to change your mind, to change where you are. But we do these exercises, we do these meditations to allow us to remove some of the blockages that stop us from changing things instantly. So then we can shorten the period at which we think something and then something happens. And we shorten that up as much as possible until it's only one moment. That usually happens when we're dead, because then we're a fully just source. Or in our dreams, for example, in your dreams, when you're dreaming, you think something now, it happens now. You're in a dream. You think you want to fly, hey, let me jump up and fly. Gone. That's how life can be to some degree. Load shedding says, I'm Titi, but she was grateful and loved. Okay, we're going to log off just now. I just want to finish this point. That's how life can be. It can be immediate, especially in your head. Maybe your body will take time to catch up, but your head and your feelings, it can be immediate. But that's why we do these tools and do these things to help our minds get there. And it's also why I say everything is made up, because the things that we do are simply a means to an ends. Now, not that the means justify the ends, but the means matter much less than the ends. As long as you're not hurting yourself or hurting anybody else, the means are very minuscule. Like, who cares if you feel good? Or if you change yourself from feeling good to feeling bad by screaming, or you change yourself from feeling bad to feeling good by screaming, or from feeling bad to feeling good by deciding why you're grateful for something, even if it makes no sense to someone else, or from feeling bad to feeling good by journaling, or from feeling bad to feeling good by jumping up and saying yeah, or from feeling bad to feeling good by slapping yourself. You know, the point is, as long as the goal is reached, the goal being a changed state, it rarely seldom matters what it is that you do to get there. Sometimes you can seem crazy to people though. So if you don't want to seem crazy to people, you might want to find a secret way to change your state that people don't see. Or you might want to find a way that seems relatively normal to people. But if you don't mind being the odd one out, then you do something crazy in the moment where you don't feel good. I was watching this other video before I logged out, probably in 5 minutes we'll leave. I was watching this other video. So you know how people these days, they come to you with the phone, they ask you a question as you're walking. Yeah. So this guy is asking the girl, he's doing the thing, going to this girl, asking her a question. Hey, can I ask you a question? Do you want 300 rand, 100 bucks, 300 bucks? And this girl is clearly not here for it. She's walking faster. She's just not giving. She doesn't want. But this guy's being persistent. So the next thing that she does is she screams in his face like as loud as hell. Like, I was watching that video and I was like, what the hell is going on? And the guy is just like, and he stopped asking her questions and let her walk. So she got what she wanted, which was this guy to leave her alone. But she did it in such a non-usual, or what's the word I'm looking for? Unorthodox way that she went viral, because what the hell? Who just screams at people randomly? But it got the job done. So my point is, if you don't mind maybe going viral, or don't mind people looking at you like, then you can do whatever you need to do, even if it's as crazy as it seems, as unorthodox as yourself from one state to wherever you want to get to. And the crazier it is, the things that you do, is, again, as long as they're not hurting anybody, the crazier the things that you do, the more people will be interested in what you're doing. So if you're somebody that cares about getting people to hear what they think, like someone like me, I like sharing my thoughts. That's why I do this. If you're someone that cares about getting eyes on you, getting the attention, and that's not a bad thing to get attention, just by the way, depending on how you do it, then you can do crazy things and get people to watch you, and then give them information, give them keys to life. You say, the reason I'm so crazy, guys, is because we're in the Matrix. You can do almost anything that you want. They've been lying to you. You can scream at people and they will leave you alone when you want that. Because the guy left her alone. She got what she wanted. It was weird. I liked the video though. So she was winning either way it goes. I mean, she could have just been like, guy, please leave me alone. She could have done that, but that's not what she wanted to do. And if she did that, I wouldn't be talking to you about her right now. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, all of the stuff that we live, everything that you experience, most things at least, that you think are real, they're made up by human beings. And because we've agreed on them for such a long time, and the majority of us agree on a lot of things that we make up, they start becoming really real. We start thinking, no, this is how it's always been, and this is how everyone says it, so it must be true, or it must be real. It must be real for me. But truth is, it doesn't have to be real for you. Because there's a lot of things, excuse my breath, my voice, there's a lot of things that aren't real for other people that are real for the majority of people. And just by virtue of them not being real for a certain percentage of people means, and if those people are living well, means that the way the majority is living is not always the only way. It's not even always the best way. So everything that you do, everything that you think, everything that you see, put it to question. Doubt every single thing in your life as far as you can take it. Put it to doubt, put it to the test. Ask, why do I believe this? Why should I believe this? Who said I should believe this? Does it make sense? Do other people live differently? How are their lives? How would my life be if I lived differently? Ask these questions. Break it down, especially when it comes to the real fundamental stuff that we base our beliefs and our lives on. Religion, politics, money, relationships, sexuality. A lot of the things that we believe, especially in these very fundamental parts of our lives, we believe them simply because that's what we've been taught. And we were taught them simply because that's what the majority does, and it's done that for a long time. Some will say it works, but you look at the world and it's like, work? Clearly, work is a very relative term, but there are people that live outside of what the majority agree on, and a lot of the time, those people are happy. That's why a lot of the time people leave the matrix and seek out these oases or these places that few people live, like Islalini, and they go there and they become happier, or they go there because people there are happier, because they live outside of this mess that we've created. So question the things that you believe, because a lot of the things that you believe, a lot of things that we all believe, were just made up a long time ago. It made sense then. People ran with it for a long time. The majority of people ran with it for a long time. And it became truth. But once you actually break it down and you put it to the test of thought, you realize that, no man, I don't have to believe this shit. I could believe something else and it could still work. It might even work better for me. It's all made up. This is a socially constructed world for the most part. There are fundamental laws of nature, yes, but for the most part, the stuff that we engage in, work, money, time, we made it up. Because what happens if you don't go to work? Maybe you get fired, but you won't die. And you can make money outside of a workplace. There are many people who do that. In fact, a lot of our millionaires in the world make money outside of the traditional workplace. A lot of the millionaires in the world Even our president, former, he didn't go to high school, or he didn't finish high school. That in itself should tell you, Anna, there's something fundamentally wrong, or something fundamentally incorrect about what we've been taught. Because if my president of the country that I live in cannot finish high school and still become president, why must I then finish high school? And I'm not saying don't finish high school or don't study. I'm saying don't believe it as the only way. Allow your mind to be free, to think differently. Now, it's not going to be easy. Remember our conversation in the beginning, though. It's simple. It's not easy. Because once you start to live outside of normal life, people will start attacking you almost. And it'll start slide. It'll start with the people closest to you. They'll be like, don't be weird. Or, funny man. I'm like, why are you doing that? Don't do that. But then the more you do it, the more harsh the haters will become. And the more separation you feel from the people who still live in a certain way. So expect that. If you're going to live a life that's different from the norm, expect to be pulled away from the norm. It's not going to be an easy process. It's not going to be a pleasant process. But it can be a necessary process for you. Okay, I'm going to hold it there. Thank you guys so much for joining this live meditation. It was beautiful. I think I'm just very in my head today. Like I have a lot to say today. Hence this meditation is ending at 20:07. Usually ends at 7 o'clock, guys. Okay. Hope it was valuable to you. Hope you felt something good. Hope you learned something. Hope a perspective of yours shifted. I hope you remembered something. I'll be here again same time tomorrow. If not, I'll let you know in the group. Please join the group if you have not joined the group. If you want to send me a DM me. Click the link in the bio. If you click it once and it doesn't open, just go back and click it again. Give it a moment. I don't know what TikTok is doing, but yeah, do that, and then it will eventually open. You'll see there. DM me on WhatsApp or join the WhatsApp group and on other socials if you want to talk to me privately. So enjoy the rest of your day. Engage in yourself. Doubt everything. Everything is fake. This is a conspiracy theory. We're living in a simulation. But seriously, doubt your life. And the thing about doubting your life is those things that pass the test of doubt, you'll believe in them more because they've proven themselves as real in your life. So you'll strengthen your faith. If you doubt Christianity, for example, and then you prove it as correct for whatever reason, then it strengthens your faith because now you have a backup foundation of why you believe in it. So when someone comes and tries to attack you in your faith, you'll say, no, I've asked these questions. I know the answers. Here they are. Instead of when someone asks you real questions about it, you're like, because the Bible says so. Of course the Bible says so. Anyway, let me not get into another. That's a different conversation altogether. Maybe we'll talk about it on the lives that I have on Fridays. Someone said I should have them on Saturdays, perhaps not Fridays, because Fridays you guys are drinking. So you don't want to talk about deep things. But I'll ask you guys in the group. I'll ask you out in the group what you guys think, which days should our conversations be. Because as you can see, I've got a lot to say. But anyway, goodbye. We'll talk tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a beautiful day, and I love you. The group, you click the link in the bio, and you will join. It will say WhatsApp group. Then you click that link, and then it will take you to the WhatsApp group, and then you can join it there. So if you haven't joined the group, click the link in my TikTok bio, and then you will see everything there. All right. Okay, get sharp, guys. Done.